microphones when using a gimbal, it can be a little bit of a pain. Now I know some people just use the the onboard microphone, but you're never going to get the same audio as you'll get from an external microphone, which I have installed here. Now I bought this microphone. It came today, and this is a Video Mic Me. Now I'm using it with my mobile phone. This is a OnePlus 6. It's quite an old phone, but actually it's a new phone, but it's an old model. I literally came last week. Right? I bought it for the reason because it had the DIN plug on it, so so you can plug an ordinary cable into the phone. But then most of these modern phones now expect you to use some sort of adapter with a USB 3. Now I don't like that because you're digitising the sound yet again, but also you can have connection issues. Less likely with the good old-fashioned plug. Right now, this microphone is actually the same as this microphone, except this one comes on a Rycott mount and what have you, and it's with cables and that plugged directly into a mobile phone TRRS or a TRS on a recording device. And this has been my trusty microphone for my running gun type stuff for about 6 years. I've had it a long while. Took to Ginger Island and that as well, in the Caribbean, used it there. And it's been a really dependable microphone. So a couple of little glitches where the connections inside it oxidised. So I had to clean it and what have you, and that was fine after that. And I sort of periodically do it now. Now it doesn't come on a little ball mount there. I put that on there for mounting onto a different camera, but it's actually a really good little microphone. That cost me about €50 when I bought this. This one only cost me €35. Now they do this video mic mobile for USB-Cs and lightning ports as well, but they're about €50 a pop. Now, in my opinion, if you want a directional microphone connected to your phone without cables, right, and without using a USB, well, this seemed to be the obvious choice. In fact, it's about one of the very few choices. Now, Boya make one, but the sound quality isn't very good. I've actually got it, and it don't fit very well on these phones. It has an awful mounting, and I'll show you the mounting on this in a moment. Now, as you can see, it doesn't interfere with anything on this gimbal, and it kind of works really well. It's not too heavy. It's quite light still. It's only about 40 grams. It's not a lot. And it's a really quite nice little thing. Now, the audio will be the same as that, pretty much, except it's new. Alright, so probably breaking in a little bit. Let's just turn this gimbal off. This is the Fairtech VB4 gimbal. It holds this phone quite nicely. In fact, I ain't even got it balanced and it's holding it okay. So it should be more there. That's it. That's better. Anyway, to release it, you pull it out basically, and it has this like rubber thing that slides on. Oh, I can't undo it at the moment. There you go. So that slides on over it. Now I was doing an unboxing of this, but ironically I had no audio, so I did the whole unboxing, and there was no sound. And just before that, I was talking about how you how I accidentally turned the mute off and stuff like that. Then just afterwards, I managed to make the same mistake. It's daft. I'm an idiot. Now, if you look at that and look at that, that portion of it is absolutely identical. All right, it is literally the same. All right, it's just the back end's different. It's all metal apart from the back end on this one. This one is all metal all the way through. You can tell with the little scratches and stuff on there. That is metal. That part's metal. That part's plastic. You have a monitoring jack on the back here as well for a headphone. It's only TRRS because it's designed predominantly for use on mobile phones. It's probably cheaper because they can't sell many of them now, because there's less and less phones now with an actual USB. That don't have. So that most phones have these thick USB-Cs, and you got to plug an adapter in, which I hate. No, so they're probably not selling many of them. So they might discontinue in the future. I don't know, but I like it. All right, it works on that. I know the audio is going to be the same as that. But what they say about directional microphone for Apple and iPad. Apple, iPhone and iPad. Adjustable mounting. Headphone through. I hope that works on Android as well. I hope so. If it doesn't, I'm a cropper. It should do. Okay, just for mounting, furry windshield included. Yes, you get that as well. So they are, you know, that's what I'd choose if I'm mounting it on a gimbal. And if it is only for Apple and iPad, which it shouldn't be, I'd be a bit upset and it'll be going back. But it should be, because it's just literally just a DIM port, so it should work. Why don't they say Android as well then? I'm a bit concerned now. Should I just test it? I think I should just test it. Yeah, let's just test it. That goes on there. Like that. And that slides up like that. Let's take it out of the old gimbal. Like that. That's on there. Alright, now I use open camera. Let's just make sure it's going to recognise it. I use open camera because it's one of the few apps that recognise the external microphones. So it is pushed right in, yeah. Right, hopefully, fingers crossed. Otherwise, it's going back, all right? So let's put that on there, all right? There we go. Enter there. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. Not a lot of people know that. Hopefully, I'll have to unplug it. Otherwise, it won't hear the sound. It won't hear the sound. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. Not a lot of people know that. So it works. The rain in Spain. Yeah, I know. You shut up now. So yes, even though it says Apple, iPhone, and iPad, it doesn't say anything about Android, it does also work on an Android phone, because that is a OnePlus 6 Android phone with a with a DIM plug in it. So that's a bit strange. Why didn't it say Android as well? Why is it specifically saying iPhone, iPad when the phone, it works anyway? It's only a DIM port, isn't it? That's daft. It's designed for. Strange. Anyway, bit odd, isn't it? Anyway, what say you? Please leave it in the comments down below. Would you buy one of these for your mobile phone, for your audio when you're vlogging? It just seems to be a nice, neat solution, if you ask me. I just think it is, how easy is that? You know, it's quite solid on there. It feels quite, you know, squeeze up on there a bit more if you want. You know, it's good. Yeah, I like it. Anyway, proof is going to be in the pudding, so it's time to make some videos, I reckon. Toodaloo.